I've been addicted to red Gatorade lately. Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are not in the garage. We're actually in my bedroom, but this is just how it's gonna go for right now because I did order my equipment online and it's gonna take a little bit to get here. So right now we're just in my room, but I still wanna keep posting for you guys until then. So welcome back. Today is a really interesting topic because it's not really something that I deal with that often, but I still deal with it just like everybody else, and it's something I really want to talk about. Receiving hate, just in general, receiving hate comments online, receiving hate from people you don't like in life, maybe enemies or people you were previously friends with or people you went to school with or anything of that sort, because we all go through that. We all kind of get hate from people. If you're doing something right, you're probably going to get hate. So I want to start out with talking about maybe bullying in like high school. If you deal with any kind of like bullying or hate from your peers, that's personally not something I dealt with firsthand. So I never dealt with bullying, even though I was overweight in high school. I never really dealt with bullying. But I will say I still dealt with silent bullying. So with me being overweight, I know that people would never directly say anything to my face. I also was in the millennial generation, the later end of millennial generation, where things kind of switched into bullying online, and not just bullying online, but silent bullying. For me personally, I never got bullied in person. I never had anybody come up to me and say anything hateful. I never had anybody posting on my Facebook or MySpace, because MySpace was a thing when I was in school. But I never had anybody like really directly bully me or say anything mean. But when I say silent bullying, what I mean by that is, were you ever not invited to something, or were you ever cut out of a picture, or were you ever looked at differently than your other friends? That is definitely something that I dealt with. And I think it bothered me a lot more when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I think you realize that like most of the shit that happened in high school really doesn't matter anymore. But if there is somebody that's younger and watching this, and maybe you are dealing with that, whether it be weight related or anything in general, just know that shit's not gonna matter. Once you leave there, once you get out of there, I know when you're in high school, it just is so hard to grasp that thought, because it's like, no, this is my life right now. And you've also lived a really short life, so you don't realize how much life is actually ahead of you until you get out of high school. Another funny fact is most of the people that are skinny and pretty and dress really nice in high school end up fat, ugly, and miserable after high school. At least the mean ones do. So fuck high school bullies. You don't need them, and your life is going to become so much better after you get out of that place. I promise you. Nothing that's happening right now in your life is going to matter even 2 years after you get out of high school. Moving on, we're going to talk about receiving hate comments. Now, this is something that I'm definitely new to with social media. I started posting on TikTok at the end of 2022. I posted before that, but I didn't actually like take TikTok seriously until the end of 2022. And I really didn't start getting hate comments. I mean, I would get the occasional hate comment here and there, but I didn't start really getting hate comments until I started posting my homeless vlogs, and I was homeless and people just had all kinds of opinions. And that's the whole point. People have opinions on your life. People are always going to have opinions on what you're doing with your life, because guess what? We all think that we can do it best. But that's something I really want to touch on, is the fact that we all personally think that we all have the best opinion and that we're all right in our own opinions. But we're not. I'm not even right. What I'm posting right now, you could take this and fucking spin it a completely different way, and I wouldn't be right. So at the end of the day, you just have to remind yourself why you're doing something. Let's just take one of my homeless videos for example here. When I posted my first homeless vlog, I got thousands of hate comments from people that don't even live in the United States. I had people in other countries talking shit to me. And at first I just ignored the comments because it was easy, because it's easier to ignore it than to actually face what people are saying. Because unfortunately, just like narcissists, when people leave hate comments, there could be some truth to what they're saying. But even with there being slight truth in what they might be saying, there's also a facade of why that is posted in the first place. So the truth part that I'm trying to refer to is, yeah, what they're saying might be true, but they're also perceiving it in their own insecure ways. Never in my life have I ever left a hate comment that's been directly to hurt somebody. I have left hate comments on, I guess you could say hate comments on like political things or just in general like pop culture news things where I see something crazy going down and there's like a shitty person that's acting crazy and I might make a comment towards the way that the person's acting. Now, am I wrong for that? Who knows? You can judge my character if you would like to, but never in my life have I ever even thought to leave a negative comment on somebody's profile saying that doesn't look good or you should lose weight or what the fuck is this or anything of that sort. I've never left anything like that on somebody's page. And there's a reason for that. It's because I don't give a shit. I don't care about what other people are doing with their lives. If they want to look like that, if they want to act like that, if they want to dress like that, that is their business. If I don't align with it, it has nothing to fucking do with me. So the point in why I'm saying that is anybody that's going to leave you hate comments is insecure, not self-confident about the way they're living their own life, and is probably miserable. Something I've dealt with directly, and this has happened a lot since my car accident, a lot since I lost weight, because after my car accident, I cut a lot of people out of my life because their morals, their values, who they were as people just didn't align with what I wanted to move on to in my life. Nor did I feel loved or cared about by those people. Unfortunately for me, that brought me a lot of negative emotions. That brought on a lot of hate. I got hate from so many people that I didn't even know, plus people that I did know and maybe cut out of my life. It was very apparent and obvious that these people were talking negatively about me behind my back. And at first, it really bothered me because they didn't have any reason to be talking about me negatively. Their reasonings were made up bullshit in their own head, if I'm being 1000% honest with you. But that kind of goes back to the whole people leaving comments and hate comments on social media. It's really just their own bullshit that they're making up in their own head. Anyone that I left behind in my past life, like I like to say, anybody that was in that life is not meant to be in this life. And there's a good reason for that. Those people did not make me feel happy. Those people did not make me feel loved. Those people did not make me a better version of myself. They didn't encourage me to be a better version of myself. And you should always surround yourself with people that want to bring you up, not bring you down. I still love and care for those people a lot because they were a really big part of my life for a really long time. But looking back now, I am more than happy with the decisions that I made because those people are staying stagnant. If you ever have a friend that talks shit about all of their friends, they're talking negatively about you. If you ever have a friend that constantly bitches about their life and just complains about everything in their life, but they do absolutely nothing to change it, that's not a good friend to be around because, again, they are stagnant. And you should be, if you're watching this, you're probably an elevated person or you're trying to become an elevated person. Surrounding yourself with those kind of people is not going to get you there. I'm just going to be honest with you guys and say I've gotten hate for things that I've been very insecure about. Like my weight, okay? I still have a bunch of excess skin and a bunch of excess stuff that I don't like about my body. And you know what? I've heard about it. I hear about it. I see it. Even with the silent bullying, indirect hate that I've gotten, I've been called crazy before. Like crazy as fuck. I've been spun this whole narrative that I'm fucking crazy by people. And you know what? Anybody that's gonna fucking say that about me, I really don't give a fuck, because I know who I am, and at the end of the day, it's all about knowing who you are as a person. And if you truly know who you are as a person and you love who you are as a person, none of that shit is gonna matter. So if you guys ever receive hate or hate comments or bullying or anything of the sort, let your girl know, because I don't stand for that shit. And even though it doesn't bother me when people bully me, it definitely bothers me when people that I care about get bullied. But at the end of the day, it really just comes down to people that are going to hate you, bully you, or leave kind of hate comments or anything of the sort is insecure and miserable themselves. And you should not take advice or take anything seriously from somebody that is miserable or a bully. I think I got to everything. But thanks for watching, guys. I promise future videos, hopefully, maybe not next week's video, but in the next few weeks, future videos are going to be a little bit more set up than this one. I just couldn't wait to start posting because I love you guys, and this is giving me more of an opportunity to hang out and talk with you guys rather than on TikTok. So I love you guys. Have a great day whenever you're watching this. Bye.